So this one here is the Swift Voyager 574. This is a family motorhome and it's priced at $78,875. Well, it's quite interesting because of our recent video. So if you've been watching our channel, you might know why I'm quite interested in looking at this. 2 lounges. This is on a Ford. So it's 6 berth at 4 belted seats. Overall length is 7.73 metres and it's 7'9" wide and 2.87 wide. It's licence friendly, this one, so it's 2 litre, 165 brake horsepower, automatic. Got the outside barbecue point, access to a locker here, and a garage, and access to the garage from inside. As you can see, that sliding door there. Okay, don't see any tie down points on here, but it's quite a reasonable sized garage. Got a water filling point here and the electric point for the pump. See if we can get in here. Okay, it's quite a good sized locker in there as well. The back is a one-piece affair. You've got a single view camera on the back, big window, nice big window so you can see out. Okay. There's a tall locker that side and access to the garage, so you can hang some wet clothes in there. Your diving suit or something like that. LPG locker here. That's locked, but the LPG's in there anyway. Okay, alloy wheels. It's got the silvered alloy wheels on here. Obviously you can see where the fridge is, the 2 vents. Toilet on that side. They're quite tall, these. I think let's see if we can have a look up the top. What can we see up there? Okay, there's toilet and an outside shower point there. That's a Truma vent, isn't it? I thought it was a flat, but it's actually a Truma vent. That's because it's got the new Truma Neo on this, a constant hot water Truma. There's your Ford cab. If you see this thing at the front here, that's your lane departure and collision avoidance camera in there. Yeah, as it says here, it's got Apple CarPlay, DAB radio, Android Auto, Bluetooth hands-free call-in, cab air conditioning, cruise control, automatic headlamp adjustment, height adjustment, windscreen wipers, yeah, and it'll be driven on a car licence. Be interested to see what the payload is on this. You have got 2 travel seats in here, and they are the sort of travel seats that we're familiar with. So there's a fold-out chair there, so that replaces that. Quite a nice long sofa, that, not bad. So you could put your feet up there, and again over here. Obviously still got the plastic covers on all of this. I think this is only just in, this one. So there you are, the Ford cab. And the Ford cab is definitely a nice drive. I've enjoyed driving the Ford. Enjoyed it. You've got your little pockets up here. There's less pockets on this version. You've only got these here, and a bit of an open shelf there. That's not very deep, that side. And you've got your cab skylight here. And obviously above here, we've got the drop-down bed with a bit of a cut-off on that side. Got lights built into there. Here's your Sergeant unit, and you've got the Truma touchscreen, which is nice to see. You drop your bed controls, obviously you need a key to drop this down. I'm thinking that this comes down all the way. I would need to check that. And of course you've got an electric table. So the table is in a fixed position, but you can move it up and down, and it does fold out as well. There is a support for that, so I won't put it all the way. But I like these tables, I'm sorry. It seems to be Marmite, these tables. Some people love them, some people hate them. I like them. I don't want to keep getting into the garage to get a table out. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain sometimes. When you want to get in here, you have to move the table out of the way to get in. But it's always there, you know, you've got somewhere to put things. Okay, so this seems to be a fashion, doesn't it? At least those blinds do meet. Not sure about the curtains though, they seem to be, yeah, they seem to be decorative. Obviously got the same on the other side. Yeah, it's quite interesting this. Got a flap here, a bit of extra workspace. Single 240 volt there, but you've got a USB. There's the table controls. Yeah, there we go. And obviously you can swivel it round as well. You can have it that way as well. Yeah, I like this table. Sorry, I do like that table. Fairly big drawer there. Some more drawers below. That's massive, that is. Yeah, so what else have we got in the kitchen? Electric hot plate, 3 gas burner, a Thetford triplex, so it's a grill oven, not a full oven. Does mean you get a big drawer underneath. And I think there's a load of electrical stuff under there, but it's not a very deep drawer. You've got the wheel arch there, of course. That'll be why. Yeah, so here are the wheels. Okay, so round the other side. Another drawer. Okay, again that's quite short because the wheel's there. I've got the Dometic double door absorption 3-way fridge, like ours. And like ours, we've got a cupboard above with the solar controller in there. Okay, so that's the kitchen. The washroom. Okay, tambour door. Duckboard on the floor. Again, the toilet's on a bit of a plinth, isn't it? Quite high up. So some people might struggle with that. You've got a drop-down sink. Oh, yeah, it does. It sort of folds away, drop down. It is a plastic wet room. I've got this fashion now for black taps, so you don't get any shiny taps anymore. Got a hanging rail. But yeah, no shower curtain in here, just the tambour door to screen you off. I suppose that's okay. It's very campervan style, this, isn't it? There we are. Yeah, it's all sort of built into the plastic. Does that open? Can't open that one for some reason. No. Okay. I think the hinges slipped slightly by the looks of it. Yeah. Okay. But you get the idea. Of course, you've got a toilet roll holder that's tucked away in under a cover. See the heater vent at the bottom. Yeah, I mean, the reason for that size washroom, and that probably is quite small, that one, is obviously you've got a lounge at the back as well. So remember, you could have 6 people living in here, but only 4 people travelling. So what we got? We've got a sofa at the back. Okay, yeah, these seats are quite high, but it's probably because, yeah, there you go. That's how you make the bed up. I'm going to have to need 2 hands to put that away now. Ah, look. At least you can get to the power supply under there. And here, so that's the 300 watt Sargent charger. And I think that's configurable so you can charge lithium batteries if you've got a lithium battery. I don't obviously know if they have in here. But that's the charger I've actually got in ours. That one there, the PX310. Nice to see it. And to be able to get at it, because I can't see it under mine, it's actually hidden. A bit of a sort of a hidden locker there. Interesting. Okay. Right. What have we got under this one then? Oh, blimey. Yeah, that's your locker, and you've got the access from outside there. I think that's, this side is where your gas is, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. These seats are quite comfortable, actually. I know they're a little bit high, but they're okay for me. And you've got a sideboard unit here with a nice big window at the back. Some hanging space here, that's quite tall. USB up there. Only a single main, not 2 main sockets, one there and one there. 12-volt socket there. A USB-C and a USB-A there, and another 2 USBs there, or USB-As. But it is nice to see them fitting USB-Cs in here. I do like this window, that's nice and big. And these cupboards here, separate cupboards, nice and tall. Probably could do with a shelf in there. Yeah. There's a bit of shelf space there, and presumably, yeah, there's the hanging space in there as well. And 2 more cupboards. Okay. Right, so this has only got 1 drop-down bed. Okay. So 1 drop-down bed at the front, 1 make-up bed there, and 1 make-up bed there. So that's where your 3 sets of double beds are. Okay. So you could leave this made up as a double bed permanently, almost, or just use the front drop-down bed and the front as a lounge. I'm thinking if there's 2 people in here, obviously. But yeah, I assume. Not sure how this makes up. Oh, of course, yeah. Of course, that table, when you turn it round, yeah, so what you do to make up the bed down here, make sure you've got some space there, is you drop this bed right down, drop this table right down to there, pull that out. You probably need to move it over a little bit, and a bit of cushion shuffling, and you've got your other double bed. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure I'd want to use that all the time, but yeah, 6 people. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Especially after our recent experiences. Some more cupboards in here. Presumably you could fit a microwave somewhere. Yeah, quite interesting, this one. A rear view mirror might give you a bit of rear view, but I wouldn't count on it. And a little skylight there and skylight there. I'd like to see how far this bed comes down. Okay, so we've purloined the key for the bed. Let's just take the cushions out. Get my coat out of the way. Yeah, so I'll move some of the cushions out of the way. Okay, it's obviously got a ladder, so you can use the underneath one. There's a program the stop on this. I think that's about it. Yeah, so that's it. There, it probably needs a stop program in the drop-down bed. So that is almost, yeah, much better. Yeah, I like that. Then you can get in with it. You perhaps just bring your step in from outside and you can step up onto the bed. Yeah, much lower. Okay. Obviously you've still got the pillars are going to fall down the back. But yeah, that's okay, isn't it? Let's put that up. And it's got a safety net as well there, look. There's also a room to keep your bedding on there, so they've left a gap there. Yeah, so not having a drop-down bed at the rear, a pull together bed there, a make-up bed there and a drop-down bed there, so that's how they get 6 people in here, but only 4 travelling. Okay, this is the Pegaso 750, quite an interesting A-class motorhome from Roller Team.